Hello students, how are you doing? I believe you are all doing great. I welcome you all to our today's computer science class. I remain your computer teacher, Mr. Victor. I do hope we're going to be having an exciting class together. Today we are discussing the topic basic programming. Basic programming. You remember this was one of the high-level programming languages that we saw when we were seeing the types of programming languages. In today's lesson, you will be learning the following. The first is the meaning of basic programming. The meaning of basic programming. Secondly, we'll be looking at the types, specifically the different versions of basic. The next will be the data types, basic data types. The next subtopic, and that is basic operators. Next, we'll be looking at key basic statements. I will be giving you some examples of basic programs. We'll be writing some sample basic programs here so that you will be able to also write your own and run them and see them execute, just like mine. What is BASIC? BASIC is the acronym for Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. Now, it was invented by two scientists. Their names are John Kearney and Thomas Coase. They actually invented BASIC in the 1960s. In fact, as a matter of fact, by 1964, BASIC was already in use. Now let's look at the different versions of BASIC. The first one, which is displayed on the screen here, is what we call the QBasic or Quick Basic. The Quick Basic is one of the most used basic versions because it is very simple to understand and run programs on it. A very similar one to this is the one we call Visual Basic. The display is almost the same. That type of basic program or programming language rather is the Turbo Basic, like you can see displayed here. And another example still is the GW Basic. Now let's proceed to the types of data that are used in BASIC. The first is the numeric, and the second is the character or string data. First is numeric data. The numeric data, like you know, numeric refers to numbers. As a matter of fact, all the numbers you can think of are used in basic program. Now, the next is the character or string data. Any value that is not a numeric value that we use in BASIC is a character or string data. I can write something like A followed by $sign. I can write something like W followed by $sign. And character or string data are commonly used as variable names. Now let's continue by looking at basic arithmetic operations. As displayed on the screen, you can see that multiplication is not the same sign as what you have in your mathematics, as well as division, but the plus and the minus signs remain the same. Now let's look at them one after the other. Addition, the plus sign. Look at the example displayed. Now let's proceed to subtraction. Look at the example displayed there also. Let's proceed to multiplication. The multiplication symbol changes from what you write in your mathematics. We are using asterisk. You can see the example displayed there. Now let's proceed to division. Division symbol changes just like the multiplication. we are using the slash. Look at the example there also. Another beautiful symbol is what we call the exponentiation, as you can see on the display. For example, if I write 8 exponential 2, means 8 raised to power 2, means that 8 is multiplying itself twice. That means 8 times 8. And what is the result? 64. Now let's look at the other operators, the relational operators. The relational operations refer to what you can call inequality in mathematics, and each symbol is known as a relational operator. Now let's look at them one after the other. The first is the less than, and you can see the symbol on display. The second is the greater than. You can also see it on the screen. Now we have the less than or equal to. Unlike how we write it in mathematics, this one, when we write the less than symbol, we write the equality symbol in front of it. We also have greater than or equal to. Let's look at the not equal to symbol. Here, we write the less than symbol followed by greater than symbol. Now let's look at the different kinds of basic statements. Basic statements are what you use for writing your basic program line by line. The first statement we are looking at is the CLS statement. This is used to clear the screen, which is the reason we usually write this at the beginning of the program, because if you write any line before it, it means that line will not be executed. The next is the remark statement. This is used to insert comment at different parts of the program. It is used almost the same way as the print statement. For example, you have on the screen, remark, this program finds average. It means that will be displayed just the way you have written it. Now we have the print statement. The first print statement is just like your remark statement, while the second one tells the compiler to print the value of total. The let statement. This is used to assign value to variables. For example, we have assigned the value 9 to a by saying let a equals 9. The 10 by the side is just a line number. The input statement. This is used to get some data from the person that's running the basic program. It tells the person to input or insert some value into the program. You will know how this is used when we use it in a program. Another one is the end statement. This is written at the end of the program. It tells the compiler that there are no more instructions to execute, and so it terminates. We have other basic statements as displayed on the screen. I implore you all to research more and know how these statements are also used. Now let's proceed to examples of basic programs so that you'll be able to write your own programs also. The first we are looking at here is a program that finds the sum of 20, 37, and 51. Now, to write a program that will find these given numbers, we can write it as you can see on display. Print, please press enter to run. That means that will be displayed on the screen the moment this program is run. The next line, answer, equals 20 plus 37 plus 51. The next is print, the answer is. That means after that quotation is displayed, answer, which is the result of that calculation, is displayed, and then the program terminates. So the difference between those two print statements is that the first one will just be displayed as it is, while the second displays the value. We can write this program alternatively by using the let statement. Like we learned that the let statement is used to assign value to some variables. Now let's assign the values 20, 37, and 51 to the variables a, b, c. So wherever the compiler sees a, it treats it as 20, b as 37, and c as 51. Now, what if we want to write a program that can find the sum of any three numbers? Here we'll be using the impute statement, which will request for the values of the three numbers from the user, that is, the person running the program. Impute A means the compiler will be waiting for the user to impute values for A. The same thing happens to B and C, and the formula sums up the three, then the answer is printed. This brings us to the end of the class. Thank you.